Hi, beauties and babes. I'm Lonnie Noel, and this is Beauty Tutorials Unveiled. Today we have a special episode. Thank you guys again for joining us for Wine Down Wednesday. I hope you have your wine, and we have some exciting stuff today. We have a guest coming live from Boston, Massachusetts, Lainey Vasquez of Vanity Basics, and she'll be showing us how to get our nice seamless undergarments going for the summertime and much more. Hey, Lainey, thank you for joining us.
Hey, Lonnie, thanks for having me tonight.
Yes, thank you so much. So, yes, tell us about a little bit about a background of your business, and yeah, just give us a little bit about what you'll be showing us today.
Okay, awesome. So I just want to tell you what Vanity Basics is. So
Yeah.
Vanity Basics is a feminine lifestyle brand for women, and it's really necessities that make women feel confident, bold, beautiful, bossy, and resilient. So some of the products that I have are like boob tape, nipple covers, bunny ear bras. I have strapless thongs. And I really started this brand because I feel like a lot of us look at Instagram baddies and we look at like YouTubers or actresses and we want to achieve that snatch look, but we don't always want to go under the knife, right? So I thought these products would be good things to kind of wear under your garments, especially as spring and summer times come in, to achieve that same snatch look without the price and the pain.
For sure. Awesome. Love it. Love it. I'm sure we could all use some of that, especially in this season. It's getting warm. We are wearing less and going out more for sure. So
yes,
I'm excited.
Most definitely. So I can actually break down some of the products, what I have here on display.
Yes, we would love that.
So first here I have like our boob tape. Our boob tape comes in like six different colors. And our boob tape can be worn and for women who are different sizes. I know a lot of times I get in my comments on my site or on my Instagram is, would it fit a woman who has larger breasts? And I have women who are up to like a double D who still can use the tape and achieve a lifted look. So don't worry about it. I would say just kind of like give it a try. The other cool thing about our boob tape is it's waterproof and sweat resistant. So once you apply it to the skin, it's going to be on there. You don't have to worry about it like getting wet and sweating off of you. It's hypoallergenic, so it's really made to be used on sensitive skin, which is really important. And it's also made from a nice like cotton weavable material. And I actually have like a piece of like boob tape here.
Yeah,
kind of like wanted to like show people like what it is. So it comes just like a roll of tape, and you would just like cut it as much as you need for that desired look. So I always suggest like women kind of like measure it out on themselves first to kind of like the lift they desired, and then cut and then kind of like pull. It has a great stretch, so like don't worry about like putting too much on. But I'm just going to demonstrate on my hand real quick. But it has a good stick and then it stretches. So I think that's pretty cool. And I'm actually wearing a product tonight to kind of like let women know, like if you want to wear something that's a little off the shoulder or a little risque, I know like spring is coming and the tops that are like cutouts and stuff are coming. So it's a great product to kind of add to your beauty products.
Yes, for sure.
Yes. And I also have nipple covers here. I have two different kinds. I have these, which are disposable. So you want to wear these probably just one time. Once you tear them off, they wouldn't be good to re-stick on again. And then I have silicone ones, which are reusable. So once you wear them, if you just take them off and kind of just rinse the back off slightly and put them back in the packaging, they'll be perfect to wear next time around. And I have many different colors in those as well. And then I have these bunny ears, and these are pretty popular. These are so cool. I love wearing these with like, if I'm going to run errands and I'm wearing like a tank top or something like that, and I don't want to wear like a full bra. I wear bunny ear bras, which are really cool. And what's cool about these two are these are reusable. So once you take them off, if you keep the plastic that's on the back, you can stick it back to it. But once you peel it off your skin, if you just use some light soap and water, let it air dry. And once you let it air dry, the adhesive will become sticky again. and you can reuse it, put it away and reuse it. And then the one I get a lot of questions about is this strapless thong.
Yes, super cool.
Yes, it has a cotton seat, which I think is really important. Us ladies know have that cotton in the middle. So this part goes in the back where your like buttock area is, and then this part will go on like your panty line in the front. The thing about this one too is that it is reusable. After a couple of wears, the adhesive may wear down, but you want to wash it after you wear it. The same thing, light soap, water, let it air dry. It'll become sticky again. You can put it away and you can use it again. Awesome. The suggestion that I have with all of my products is for the best results, you should always wear the products on fresh, dry skin. So when you get out of the shower, dry off, don't add any oil or lotion. Just let your skin dry. Apply the products and then add on your oils and lotions. That way your body is not moist, the skin is not moist, and it won't give the adhesive like a difficult time to stick. Another suggestion I have too is when removing the product is to maybe use or oil, slowly pull a small piece off and like rub it in. It will peel off seamlessly. I know a lot of people have take off. It's not a band-aid. You don't want to put it off. You don't want to irritate that skin, like hurt area off fine. You know, suggested tips when removing it. So if you just slightly like let it peel off. Another, you know, proper like packaging, it should be fine and it should go really great. So
okay, awesome. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to jump in and ask any questions. If anybody wanted to come in and jump in live and chat with us, that's an option too. I had a question about the bunny ear. So what makes the bunny ear more significant than like your average nipple cover or boob tape?
Okay, so that is a really good question. So I have my Vanity Basic model right here, if you guys can see, but it's not mannequin, and I just really wanted to demonstrate the bunny ear. So this would be the boob, and you would put the bunny ear under your boob and then lift it. So you would lift it above and kind of give you that lift. The bunny ear it's a very breathable product. So it's not like really heavy on you. And it has an area on the back. So it has adhesive, but it also has an area on the back that doesn't have adhesive is where you might want to put like your nipple or like areola as much as you can. So because that area is a little more sensitive and we don't want to really put glue or an adhesive on it and like pull something off of it. So it's very lightweight and easy to apply and take off. And just a suggestion too, just to go back to the boob tape and nipple covers. When buying boob tape, I always suggest women also buy nipple covers because you can't put the boob tape, or I suggest you don't put the boob tape on your nipple. It can be sensitive and it's painful. So always try to cover it with something else if you don't have a nipple cover, but I wouldn't suggest you like roll the boob tape over your nipple.
That's a really good tip. So cover the nipple, then the boob tape. That's a great tip. That's a great tip.
And if you don't have to go around the boob and get a lift, you know.
Right. Okay, awesome. Super cool. We love that. Let's see. Yeah. So what would you say is your favorite product? I know you mentioned aside from bunny, and I mentioned that was one of your favorites. Is there any you like and you wear specifically with something and like can give us about like a particular type of outfit that you would wear that you would be like, okay, if I wore this, then I would definitely use this type of tape.
Right. It's kind of hard for me because I kind of done each of them for a different reason. Like I love ears for like t-shirts and things like that. I love the boob tape for more fashionable pieces that have like cutouts and things like that. I love the strapless thong, and that's for more body fitting clothing that you don't want to like show your panty line, or now a lot of our clothing have like cutouts on the side. Like there's jeans where like tie up on the side and you might not want to wear underwear. So I think that's important to kind of like still have some kind of coverage, but you don't have to like, sacrifice not having anything on in that area. So I think that's a great product for that.
Yeah.
And I also want to just like show people the packaging. So usually when people make an order, it comes in like a nice little seal up package like this. And this package is great. You can throw this in your travel bag. You can throw this in your drawer at home, in your travel bag, to, an overnight bag or whatever. And once you use your products, just throw it back in this bag and seal it up and just put it away. So it's always somewhere where it is, and it's clean and, put away. So it's very lightweight, and products usually come in that.
Awesome. We love it. This is great. These are such essential items. Now I have one question about the seamless thong. Like, so if I'm wearing it out, can I remove it to use the bathroom, or would you recommend just kind of moving it to the side?
Like I said, if the area in your bikini line is dry, you can peel it off, stick it right back on.
Stick it right back on.
Awesome. You might want to do like a firm press in that area just to kind of like make sure it's there. Hey, if you're one of those women, don't peel it. Just slip it to the side and do what you got to do. So it's more of like press. But if it's dry in that area, it should have no problem like re-adhering to the skin, and it should be fine. So
awesome, super cool. That is great. So yeah, guys, feel free to ask any questions if you have any. We will be glad to answer. In the meantime,
people want to check out my products, so kind of like follow the brand and kind of see what's up and coming. You can follow my website or visit my website at www.vanitybasics.com. And I also have an IG page where you can follow me at vanity_basics, where you can kind of see pictures, kind of see what upcoming products is happening. I'm going to be running bundle deals in like a month or two. I'm going through a rebranding right now, so it'll be like fun and funky and kind of like bringing a new flavor to the brand. And then in the summertime, I'll also be adding skincare products. So the skincare products will be more focused on the chest and bum area as well. And that'll be like scrubs, serums, moisturizers, and shimmer products, just to kind of like highlight those areas, make you all glowy and skin is fresh and dewy and exfoliated for, those summer months.
Yes, for sure. I love that. I love a good body shimmer, especially for the beach. That is awesome.
That night.
Definitely be on the lookout. Yes, for sure. We'll definitely be on the lookout for that. And you guys definitely make sure to check out her website. It's very detailed. She even has some before and afters on there, so you could kind of get a detailed look at what it looks like to wear the boob tape. Because I know, a lot of us decide to go braless, and braless is cool. But no matter what size, a little boob tape can go a long way. So
sometimes we're in public and we don't want that unwanted attention from guys if you're not wearing a bra, and that area may be like sticking out. So I always just say, just maybe just throw on a nipple cover or something that's really light and gentle underneath, and then you won't, keep the creeps away, but still look put together and really elegant.
Right.
Okay.
So we have a question. Would you ever go without undergarments?
Me personally? Just in this day and age, I like to always have something underneath. Just because you never know what's in the fabrics that we wear against our skin. And usually our lady parts are like very sensitive. So I always try to be cautious. And that's why I think my products are like a great light addition that you can wear under clothes that are like more risque, or just things that are like cozy and comfy. So I always try to like throw on something instead of just like going fresh out. And then,
don't command us.
We're going out here. So I'd rather just have something as protection. So.
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. Definitely in the warmer seasons as well. Things can get interesting. So I guess we could jump into our girl chat segment where we'll just chat and just talk a little bit more about what made you want to start this type of business. Yeah, so tell us what inspired you.
So what inspired me is that, you know, a lot of times we get so caught up in social media and we see all of these Instagram baddies and beautiful women just looking like so put together. And not all of us want to get those surgeries and go through all of that pain to achieve that look. And these products can help you achieve that snatch look without like going under the knife. That process is a lot. And you can get these products and kind of still achieve that look, and you know it's budget friendly for a lot of everyday women.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's a really good one too, for sure. Yeah, because I know a lot of people have never tried boob tape. They see it, they're not sure if it'll work for them, but I think that it's something that everyone should definitely give a try to, especially, in the warmer seasons. And like you said, like trying to achieve a certain look that they feel like they couldn't achieve without, whether it's surgery or just a certain type of bra. So yeah, highly
Right.
recommend it. Highly
The other
recommend
thing
it.
too is if you visit my website or my Instagram page, there's diagrams on different ways you can wear it depending on the top that you may have. So I also try to give tips and instructions and just little diagrams so people can kind of get an idea of the possibilities that they can achieve with the boob tape. So I think that's important as well. I think sometimes people just think, oh, the tape just goes this way, but it can go sideways. It can go, like I have a off the shoulder right now, so I have some tape going this way, and then I have some tape coming this way. So it all depends on like what you're trying to achieve and what you're wearing.
Definitely, that makes sense. So, what would you say is the most exciting thing about owning a beauty feminine brand for women?
I think the most important and the part that I enjoy a lot is when like people tag me once they receive the products and say like thank you or this was cool, or I get to see them unboxing the products, things like that, where they felt like they was able to use this product for a special day. Like I get a lot of people who order products and they want to wear for a special occasion like weddings or anniversaries, like they're traveling and they get to say I got my products on time, I'm wearing them, it helped me wear like this beautiful dress. All of that kind of stuff is like makes me feel really great that they was able to achieve that look. Strapless bras fall down a lot and you kind of worry about it. You don't have to walk around like pulling anything up. The tape is on, it's in place, and you'll forget that you even have it on. It's so lightweight and comfortable. You'll forget that you have it on for the night and you'll have a great time.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. This was fun. We learned a lot for sure. I've never used um, boob tape or anything like that, but I'll definitely be checking out your brand and making sure to get some for the summer
You
and
definitely have to
spring.
try our products.
Yes, we'll do for sure.
Mhm.
So yeah, you guys make sure to go follow Vanity Basics and check out her website and give her a follow and shop away because I think we could all totally use one of her products, if not all of them. And I love one thing I just wanted to highlight before we go is I love how they all come in different skin tones, just in case like a little bit of it was showing, makes it more seamless and incognito. So that is super cool, and I love that about your brand having all the variety of skin tones. That's awesome because you don't see that often in your everyday. You can't just go to CVS and find
Right,
these on the shelf. So that is awesome. I love that.
right. Well, thank you for having me. If, like I said, if people have questions, feel free to like DM me on social media. Feel free to drop your email on my website for the newsletter to get like upcoming newsletters on what products are going to be coming out, what sales are going to be coming out, things like that. So definitely check it out.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Next week, we will be back here and we will be talking about how to master some natural styles. So make sure you guys tune in, and that'll be a great episode. And make sure you guys come with your questions and you have the opportunity to join in and, demonstrate these tutorials with us. So definitely make sure you do so. And, have a good night.
One, two, three, four. Have you ever been in a situation and you didn't know how to let go? Whew. This could be something that occurred in your childhood, relationship, friendship, job, and so on. You may ask, Keswick, when is it time to let go? How will I know? My question to you is, are you tired? Are you unhappy? And do you want your healing? First thing is loving yourself, and this comes with knowing your worth, knowing you are good enough and you're a survivor. Secondly, be brave and have the courage to walk away, baby, from your past or any current situation. And most importantly, start living for you and the person you inspire to be, because he or she is there. Don't give up. Keep fighting for you. Your healing is important and your life is priceless. I'm telling you. Y'all be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter for more advice. And I'll see y'all next time.
Hey, I'm DC Paul, and this is Can You Sing?
We know you think you can sing, but can you sing?
How long have you been thinking you can sing?
Get voted in to compete for prize money. Can you sing? Watch live on YouTube. Mondays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
Hi. Can I get the now bar, please?
No problem. $1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hi, can I get a now bar, please?
$1.
Thanks.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
How's it going? Can I get a now bar?
Hey, stop right there! Get down on the ground out here, fire rank, get down! Show me your head! Now!
Hi, beauties and babes. It's Lonnie Noel.
Beauty tutorials unveiled.
We'll be talking about how to master the soft glam.
For the looks that are easier said than done. Watch live and you could be invited on the show to get live feedback on where you go wrong.
If you're anything like me, it is a struggle.
Don't miss Beauty Tutorials Unveiled. Watch live on YouTube. Wednesdays, 9/8 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
What got me is like there and was like, "There's a rat in here. It's you." The acting, but you know what? I know people like that in real life.
What's the word with Kay Hickson?
We've got trivia, special guests, and whiskey.
Pour a glass of whatever you're drinking and buckle up.
What's the word?
What's the word with Kay Hickson? Watch live on YouTube. Wednesdays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
It's a strong indication that your partner has issues with commitment, period.
When you've got questions, she's got the answers.
We do have a caller.
But what she says might not be what you want to hear.
The solution to that is Gullah Jack. Gullah Jack tells you plain and simply to just nut the up.
Queenie Unfiltered. Watch live on YouTube and you could be invited on the show. Wednesdays at 10/9 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
Hi. Can I get the now bar, please?
No problem. $1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hi, can I get a now bar, please?
$1.
Thanks.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
How's it going? Can I get a now bar?
Hey, stop right there! Get down on the ground out here, fire rank, get down! Show me your head! Now!
Lyrical Pursuit. Teams will compete, but there can be only one winner. In the game that tests music lovers on how well they know the exact lyrics to some of the most popular songs. Watch live and you can be invited to play around live on Channel 7. Lyrical Pursuit. Mondays at 9/8 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
Hey, I'm BC Paul, and this is Can You Sing?
We know you think you can sing, but can you sing?
How long have you been thinking you can sing?
Get voted in to compete for prize money. Can you sing? Watch live on YouTube. Mondays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
America, land of the free. It's at the core of who we are. Freedom. The freedom to live without fear, to drive through all 50 states, to sleep safely in our own beds, the freedom to jog where we please, to watch birds in the park, to wear a hoodie, the freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because no matter your religion, gender, disability, age, race, all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter.
Welcome. Thank you to coming to What's the Word with Kay Hickson. We are on episode 3 this week. And if you've tune on every week, then thank you for tuning in. This week, I have my good friend, my longtime friend here, Jewel. She is a freedom coach and the founder of the website IDecideYes.com. She has a lot of great things going on, and I can't wait to dive into them and talk to you guys about them. But before we get started on that, I want to give you guys some bizarre news. So, in bizarre news this week, we want to talk about the power of laughter, because we're going to get into what laughter has to do with this episode very soon. But it's definitely the theme of the episode. You know, one thing about me, I love to laugh. So, and so does Jewel. And that is what we definitely do the most in our friendship as well. And so, Jewel, I have to ask you, what do you think the longest it is that somebody has ever laughed for? And I want you guys to tell me in the comments what you guys think it is too.
Okay, so I'm gathering maybe 3 hours. I mean, that's a long time. That's kind of painful. 3 hours?
You are so cool. How did you know? It's 3 hours and 6 minutes.
Okay, because I can laugh for an hour straight. So I'm thinking like the longest.
Jewel, go for the gold, girl. Prep yourself to go for 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Woo!
Beat this man. Let me tell you this man's name. This man's name is Mr. Belachu Gurma from Ethiopia. Okay. And he did this in 2010. So nobody's laughed longer in almost 12 years. I say go for it.
Man, you know what? Okay. I will work my way up to that. I will do it. I will do it.
Okay. That's a real goal to have.
Yes, it is.
I'm happy to join you too. Like you know me, I'll send you jokes all day.
Okay.
So before we move into the next segment, I did want to tell you this other really, really bizarre story I found.
Okay.
So apparently this woman was on the train in China a few years ago, and she was laughing so hard that her jaw dislocated and her entire mouth like fell. Like she was laughing so hard that her jaw fell. So her friends and everybody started freaking out. Luckily, there was a doctor on board, and he was able to relocate her jaw. What? And she eventually went and saw medical help. She's fine. She's fine. But imagine.
God. I can't.
And you know what? It did kind of hurt my throat because, like, I do. Sound bad. I was gonna say I do a lot of stuff with my jaw, but I was gonna say like when.
Katie, okay.
When I laugh, all right, my mom probably watching. Good Lord. When I laugh, I be laughing real loud. So, and my mouth opens a lot. So I feel like my jaw be hurting. Like my jaw hurts a little bit right now. So I feel like I gotta be careful because I feel like that could happen to me. If it's gonna happen to anybody else other than this lady in China, it just might be me.
I have never heard of that. Wow. That's scary.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's scary.
It's kind of funny too. Like, oh my gosh.
If I'm gonna dislocate something or break something, I hope it's from laughing or doing something pleasurable.
Okay, that's a nice perspective.
Mm-hmm. So, Jewel, I gotta know. Let's tune into our next section because I gotta get into the weekly watch list this week.
Okay.
And I want to know, what have you been watching?
Okay, so I don't really watch TV, but I read, okay? So I purchased a new book this week. I'm really excited about it. I've been hearing a lot of good things about it, all right? It's titled Set Boundaries, Find Peace, A Guide to Reclaiming Yourself by Nidra Glover Tawwab. She is a licensed therapist. She is now known as the Queen of Boundaries, and we can all use some improvement with setting boundaries. So I'm really excited to jump into this book. I haven't started yet, but this is something that I think we all need to read. And so I've already read this book. It's called Atomic Habits, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. Now, I already read this before, but I always reference it. I'm always working towards becoming the best version of myself. And with that, it requires a lot of habits and making sure they're successful. So James Clear, he provides so many practical tips for doing that. So I'm always referencing this. I always recommend this to my clients and anyone I meet. So make sure you get your copy of Atomic Habits.
I'm definitely getting that because I do not have Atomic Habits.
Yes, you need to get it. This is on everyone's bookshelf. I'm telling you, it's amazing. So shout out to James Clear for that.
Okay, that's good. And you know, to be honest, I haven't been. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been watching much TV this week either. Because I told myself you got to start reading more. Because I was just watching everything. I was involved in too many shows. So this week I'm reading a book by Jen Sinclairo. Forgot what it's called, but it's about manifesting money, and she also is the author of it's a very popular book, and it's called How to Be a Badass. Have you ever heard of that one?
Yes.
It's the same author. Okay, so that's what the name of the book is. How to Be a Badass at Making Money.
Okay, yes. I like that.
So it's my type of book, because one thing about me, I like to make me some money. So that's what I'm reading this week.
Nothing wrong with that.
We're switching it up this week. Don't watch TV this week, guys. Go buy some books. And then tell us in the comments what you guys are reading, because I love a good read. Y'all know I'm an author. So, and a writer, so I love to read.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move on and get into our next segment. What is the word on the street? I want to know what is the word on the street with Jewel. Hi, my dear friend. Me and Jewel are, for all my Greeks out there, line sisters. We've been friends since college. Yeah. Jewel has been one of my most inspirational friends. I'm not even just saying that because we're on YouTube Live. I mean that. Jewel is always go for the gold. She's always, even when we were in college, I'm just trying to go get a grilled cheese, and Jewel is running her own business. I swear to God. And I was just like, what is going on? In her dorm room, she had her business materials stacked up. So let's get into what you got going on in present day.
Yes. So yes, my name is Jewel. Hi, I am a freedom coach. And what that means is I push humans to become the best version of themselves and enjoy life on their own terms through coaching and laughter yoga. I founded a company called I Decide Yes. And with that, I'm able to work with people one-on-one. I'm able to work with teams all around the world to help them boost creativity, build stronger bonds, and relieve any stress and anxiety at the workplace. It's been an amazing journey thus far.
Yeah. So what inspired you to get into this work?
I remember sitting at a cafe in Milan, Italy, feeling so dissatisfied at the height of my career as a shoe designer. When sales significantly declined, I didn't have the energy or desire to even try to save my business at that point. And that is when I hit rock bottom. Mm-hmm. Growing up in a dysfunctional environment led me to hold myself to extremely high standards. And with that, I got to a point where it was heartbreaking to feel so confused and unfulfilled, even after checking all the boxes, And with that, I just wanted to break free from all the pressures and illusions from society. I pivoted and started my journey of self-discovery, which is really transformational. Mm-hmm. And doing that with coaching and different healing modalities. I shortly just after discovered that many people are struggling to find happiness. And I always knew my gift was my ability to bring the best out of people. Mm-hmm. So I then made it my mission to end self-inflicted suffering and evoke the feeling of joy any chance I could get. All right. I became certified in mental health life coaching and laughter yoga. And I decide yes. Mm-hmm. So that's the journey.
That is just such an amazing journey. I like we always say, you definitely do. I'm telling y'all, every room that Jewel walks into, it just gets lighter. It really just does. Jewel just really brings the light. She brings the energy. She brings the happiness everywhere she goes. It translates into her business model. You really are doing a service to the world in your work, and I just commend you. I love you. But I'm getting all mushy. Let's jump into my next question. What's the difference between happiness and joy? Because you talked about happiness a lot, but you also speak about joy a lot. So let's
Yes. So there is a difference. Okay. Mm-hmm. Joy is immense satisfaction that is consistent. It's independent from a person, a thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's an emotion that actually derives from your soul. Happiness, however, it is usually tied to a thing or reaching a goal or something, like, let's say, finally purchasing that vehicle that you've been eyeing for 2 years. You get it. And then once you get it, those that emotion kind of fades either that day, weeks later, or even months later. And then you're already on to the next thing because that's just how it is in our culture, right? So that's the main difference between the two. And I tend to always go towards joy because it's actually our natural state as human beings. It's the highest vibrational frequency. One of the highest. It's right next to love. So yes.
Well, I love to feel joy, okay? And, you know, I try to feel joy every day. Today, can I tell you, I woke up today and I argued with 4 people before I even got out of my bed this morning. And I was like, I have to turn my day around. And I did. And I did.
You did. Hey, and there you have it. Go for your girl.
So my last question for you tonight, before we move into the funnest part of this show, and I'm so excited for what we have for you guys in the last few minutes of the show. My last question is, what is the benefits of laughter, and what are like some of the benefits of laughter, health-wise, and you know, just everything, mental health, everything.
Yes. So laughter has many psychological and physiological benefits. Okay. It boosts your immune system. Why? Because it allows more oxygen to get to your cells, which helps you fight off infection. It boosts your mood. Okay. It lowers blood sugar, lowers the bad cholesterol. It releases happy chemicals like serotonin and dopamine and endorphins, even the pleasure chemical. All right. It allows you, it also increases the natural cancer killer cells in your body. So yes, a lot of people who are battling cancer, that's one of the therapies they use, laughter, which is really amazing. So it does wonders for the body, and you don't need a reason to laugh. So I say laugh as often as possible.
Yeah. I'm serious. That is my favorite. Well, it's my second favorite thing to do. My first favorite thing to do is write, obviously, but I love to laugh. I will laugh at one thing about me and my friends. Shout out to Lonnie and Leah, because I know y'all are watching, and you know we love to drag a joke. We will drag a joke on for days, hours. We'll bring it back up. If we see a funny meme, we gotta put 8 million captions under it and laugh at all of them. I love to laugh. I have to laugh every day. If I didn't laugh that day, it was not a good day. So, with that being said, let's get into let's get into some laughter yoga. My favorite thing. You know, I love me some
laughter yoga. So you're probably wondering, what the heck is laughter yoga? So laughter yoga is a combination of laughter exercises and deep breathing exercises. That's where the yoga comes into. So it's not really about the traditional yoga poses, none of that. It's based on the concept that your body cannot differentiate between real or fake laughter. It's usually done in a group with childlike playfulness. All right. So Katie, let's start off with a warm up. All right. So you're going to clap to your center while saying ho, ho. Then you're going to clap to your side 3 times while saying ha, ha, ha. All right. After each set, you rotate to the other side. Join me. Ho, ho, ha, 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 ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Very good. Very good. So after each laughter exercise, I'm going to end it with that particular exercise. So once you hear it, that's your cue to join in. Everyone that's watching, please join us. Okay, the first laughter exercise is called mental floss. Okay, so if you haven't noticed, you have about 60,000 negative thoughts circulating in your subconscious mind, right? So just like you floss your teeth, you're gonna floss your brain, all right? So I want you to put your arms up like this. Okay, hold that floss in your hands. And what you're going to do is you're going to rotate side by side like this and pretend you're flossing your brain while laughing away all the negative thoughts. Join me. Oh, get it really good. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, 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 ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. All right. Next laughter exercise is called Animal Kingdom. Now,
that's my favorite one. You guys gotta join in the conversation. Okay, you can play right now. Everybody get to do this. You guys gotta do this one.
So what you're going to do is just pretend you're at this animal kingdom. Choose any animal that you love and actually make the sound that animal makes while laughing. Okay, so we just ourselves. So let's go. Here we go. I can't hear you, Katie.
I forgot my animals. I saw elephants like, woo!
Whoa, whoa, ha, ha, ha,
ha.
Whoa,
whoa, whoa, ha, ha, ha.
Ho, ho,
whoa, ha, ha, ha.
ho, ho,
Ho,
ha, ha,
ha, ha, ha.
Okay, next up. Now, this is very important. If you haven't realized, when you laugh, you exhale longer than you inhale, okay? So when you exhale longer than you inhale, you get rid of all that stale air in your lungs, right? So this is called the lion laughter. So I want you to lift your hands up like this, spread your fingers out like a lion, all right?
Okay.
And stick your tongue out, and you're gonna roar like a lion while laughing. And make sure you feel it in your belly, okay? We're gonna get rid of all that stale air. So go all out. Here goes. Let's go. Okay, so next up, we're just going to take it down a little bit. You've been too hard on yourself. It's time to show your body.
I have.
You hear me? So I want you to give yourself a nice hug like this. Okay. Okay? And we're going to laugh gently as we show ourselves some love. Here we go. Yes, you're doing a great job.
I feel like a villain.
Yes. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. 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 Very nice. How are you feeling?
I feel so good. You know, I love me some laughter yoga. I always feel so good after laughter yoga with you. And I always feel so silly. And I'm so happy that these viewers can see me being silly, because I love to do this.
I love it too. Honestly, it's life-changing. And you know, people think it's weird, but who cares? Because I remember all the benefits that laughter gives me. So even when I get upset about something, that is a tool I use. I immediately start laughing, releasing those happy chemicals, and then I go ahead and approach the problem. So it's life-changing. I love it. And laughter is contagious. So even if you laugh, you're helping someone else nearby. It's just the universe.
They are laughing in the comments, so they're going through it. It's like, they were like, yo, I love this. Well, they are dying.
Fantastic.
So Jewel, I gotta tell you, thank you so much for coming on the show. When I first started this show, I'm telling y'all, Jewel was the first person I was like, well, I gotta have Jewel on the show, because we gotta do some laughter yoga on that show, because that is like, it's so funny. I'm so mad that tonight I forgot all my animals, but anyways, that's like my favorite one. But thank you so much for joining us. Everybody stay tuned in. We are about to move on into Queenie Unfiltered at 10 p.m. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Thank you for tuning into What's the Word. Next week, we got somebody calling in from Thailand, y'all. So that's my guest is living in Thailand. So we're going to come to y'all next week. I got something really good for y'all next week for episode 4. Thank you again, Jewel. Jewel, let them know where to find you.
Yes, thank you. So you can reach me on Instagram at Jewel High and Facebook at Jewel High, as well as LinkedIn. My company page on Facebook is I Decide Yes. Be sure to visit my website at IDecideYes.com.
Woo! Woo! Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to What's the Word.
Lyrical Pursuit. Teams will compete, but there can be only one winner. and the game that tests music lovers on how well they know the exact lyrics to some of the most popular songs. Watch live, and you can be invited to play around live on Channel 7. Lyrical Pursuit, Mondays at 9/8 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
Hey, I'm DC Paul, and this is Can You Sing?
We know you think you can sing, but can you sing?
How long have you been thinking you can sing?
Get voted in to compete for prize money. Can you sing? Watch live on YouTube. Mondays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
America, land of the free. It's at the core of who we are. Freedom. The freedom to live without fear, to drive through all 50 states, to sleep safely in our own beds, the freedom to jog where we please, to watch birds in the park, to wear a hoodie, the freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because no matter your religion, gender, disability, age, race, all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter.
Queenie, and thank you for joining me for another episode of Queenie Unfiltered, where you are sure to be read for filth. However, I promise you will come out clean and pristine.
We keep it real. We are honest with ourselves. And most importantly, we practice being beautifully balanced inside and out. Tonight, we're going to discuss all things kink. And no, I am not talking about the hair on the back of your head, all right? We're going to define kinky. So what is kinky? Kinkiness is the use of non-conventional sexual practices, concepts, or fantasies. Basically, it's a colloquial term for non-normative sexual behavior. I find that a lot of people think they're kinky, right? Some people might enjoy biting or spanking or let's say exhibitionism, right? As a woman who has sex almost exclusively with males, I find a lot of times guys ask, that little question, are you a freak? And their idea of freakiness kind of is very basic on the kinky scale, right? Basically, a lot of people aren't as kinky as what they claim to be or what they think they are. A really fun fact is that kink preferences, I apologize, often break down along party lines. Studies show that liberals tend to be more drawn to BDSM, which is bondage, domination or discipline, sadism, and masochism, right? While conservatives, so check your Trump supporting friends, conservatives are more likely to be into taboo breaking activities like age and incest play. Nasty, however, that makes a lot of motherfucking sense because y'all know I'm from Kansas. I done took that drive from New Orleans to Kansas a few times, and when I get up and around, northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, they definitely give me brother cousin vibes, if you feel what I'm saying. They definitely kissing cousins up and around them parts, and that's definitely Trump headquarters. So that makes sense. So I'm side-eyeing you motherfuckers, okay? I really am. I'm side-eyeing. I don't kink shame, but I'm side-eyeing you motherfuckers. Did y'all know? This is also another fun fact. In some states, in a lot of states, marrying your cousin is not considered incest. That also makes sense because those states are red. Mm-hmm. But anyway, moving on. Getting into some of the more common or typical fantasies. We've kind of broke down scenarios that appealed to 50% or more of the population who deemed certain kinks were common, right? And then 84% of the population kind of deemed that these kinks were more typical, right? So the study showed that sex in an unusual place was very high amongst women who believe that's a kink. So 82% of women, and actually 82% of men as well, believe that sex in a public place is a kink. All right. When we talk about public places, we're talking about office, movies, toilets, right? What else? Parking lots, things like that. And alarming 84, almost 85% of men think having sex with two women is also a kink. Maybe I'm just uber nasty. However, I feel like that's pretty normal. And at least 37% of women actually agree with me. That's pretty typical, right? 82% of men also believe that watching two women have sex is kinky. This is very telling about the male species and why a lot of women go without orgasms. Not that I'm judging you guys. However, a lot of what y'all think is kinky ain't really that damn kinky. That's kind of normal, okay? Kind of normal. 72% of men believe that having sex with a stranger is a kink. And almost 50% of women think that having sex with a stranger is a kink. That's fascinating. I would say having sex with a stranger is a one-night stand. However, again, I might just be ooberty-dooberty nasty. I think my mama's watching this, so mama, turn it off. Turn it off. You don't need to know I'm in business. All right? 53% of men think being dominated sexually is a kink. And 65% of women think being dominated sexually is a kink. That was a very, very interesting ratio to me. Very, very interesting. I am definitely a dominant energy sexually. I have never considered that to be a kink. I thought that just was 46% of men think being tied up is a kink. So not role play. I'm sorry, bondage, rope play. And 52% of women think being tied up sexually is a kink. I think that makes more sense. Women are hesitant to be tied up, like that. 64% of men think anal sex is a kink. 64% of men think anal sex is a kink. Now, I am of the belief that majority of the time that anal is exit only. I wouldn't call that a kink. I would not call that a kink. Now, y'all feel free to check me in these comments, right? Feel free to check me in these comments, but I don't think, let me know if you think anal sex is a kink. Just weigh in. Let me know if you think that anal sex is a kink. Because I promise you, this is regular shit to me. This is vanilla. This blew my mind. I'm like, who are you people interviewing? You got to be interviewing fucking Mormon missionaries in fucking Utah or something. Who the fuck are y'all talking to? This shit is normal. 32% of women think anal sex is a kink. That means that somewhere along the lines of 60-something% of women who know that, they just get down like that. It is what it is, 75% of men think having sex with more than 3 women is a kink. Oh, poor baby. Them the men that's not getting threesomes. Them is the men that couldn't talk a woman out of her damn shoes, let alone her drawers. What? Y'all never had an orgy in college? Not saying that I had an orgy in college. I am not copying to that. However, I don't think that that's a kink. 25% of women believe that that's a kink because women, we be knowing shit like this, right? Watching someone undress without them knowing. 63% of men think that's a kink. I would definitely say that being a voyeur, is that the word? Voyeurism? That's definitely, to me, that's definitely on the kink list, right? I don't know. That's watching someone undress without them knowing. I think that definitely goes along the lines of non-conforming, right? And 32% of women believe that watching someone undress without them knowing is a kink. And lastly, having sex with more than 3 people, including men and women, 56.5% of women believe that's a kink, and 16% of men believe that's a kink. I definitely think that orgies and group sex are kink. I do. Well, and when I say orgies and group sex, I mean anything over 3, maybe 4 people. Right? Maybe 4. Because I say 4 because you can have 2 couples. They can be swapping. That's pretty regular. That's pretty normal. And again, don't you motherfuckers sit up there and goddamn judge me because I have fun. Well, I had fun. I'm common now. But I don't really think couple swapping is so much a kink as it is, just a sexual proclivity. But definitely I think once you hit over 4 and there's some extra bodies to kind of be placed around, I definitely think that you're getting into kink territory, right? The following are a list of sexual fantasies that maybe didn't quite make the cut of being common, but they weren't rare enough to be considered unusual, right? That's things like being photographed or filmed while having sex. I think 44% of men think that that's a kink, and 32% of women. And I think that there's something to that, right? A little exhibitionism. A little exhibitionism never hurt nobody. Keep things a little spicy. Being ejaculated on by a partner. 29% of men think that's a kink. And 41% of women. I really am side-eyeing those 41% of women. I am. Now, maybe, and just maybe it's a kink because they get off on it. That might be the reason why it's a kink. But I think if you're a woman, and you deal with males, is a very high chance you've gotten skeeted in your eye or something like that, right? That shit ain't fun. That shit ain't a kink. That ain't no turn on. That shit salty. That shit burn. Okay? I don't think there's anything kinky about getting skated on, but I could just be wrong. 57% of men think that having sex with someone much younger, and I'm just going to assume much younger means 18 and older, but much younger than now, is a kink. Fascinating indeed. Nasty, but fascinating. And then 18% of women. So women are not as likely to be cougars, right, as men are. Spanking or whipping someone to obtain sexual pleasure. 43% of men think that's a kink. 24% of women think that's a kink. I definitely would say that spanking is one of those kinks. I definitely would agree with that. And being spanked or whipped, right? You got 28.5%. 43% of men think spanking someone is a kink, but only 28.5% of men think being spanked is a kink. Talk about double standards and patriarchy. That don't even make no damn sense. But anyway, 36% of women think that being spanked is a kink. I would agree with that. So next up, we go into like, how do you tell your partner that you are into some kinky things? I would definitely say that you do it on a case-by-case basis. There's no easy way to tell someone that you like to be choked, except when you are in the moment and you're just like, hey, choke me, turns me on, but don't kill me, right? And I don't even think it's choking. I don't think people actually like to be choked. I think people like to be asphyxiated. I think I said that word right. That's when the blood flow, not the airflow, the blood flow is being cut off during sexual intercourse. But if you're having issues letting your partner know that you're into some kinky things, some unusual or non-normal things get you off, feel out your partner, right? Just be willing to sit down and have that conversation. I've definitely been in situations where I might have been feeling somebody, might have been feeling a guy, and I wanted to let them know that, hey, there's this very, I ain't gonna tell y'all what it is. Ain't none of y'all motherfucking business because y'all ain't fucking me. But there's a very specific thing that I like that gets me off. I can't tell everybody that, right? Some motherfuckers just abuse the shit, right? Some people just don't understand. Some people look at you a little different because, like I said, kink is subjective, and a lot of people think they're kinky, and they really not about that action. You know, a lot of what is, especially if you're like me and you're a complete sexual deviant, a lot of what people think is kink is just really normal, everyday, regular schmegular activities for people that's about that action, about that life. So definitely talk to your partner about it on a case-by-case basis. If you're really comfortable, the sexual energy is there, this is someone that you can open up to, this is someone that you don't feel would judge you, let them know. You know, there's always preemptive conversations that can be had. You know, just asking people what are some of the sexual activities that they like. You know, I had a guy, oh child, now this motherfucker was nasty. I did have a guy that took me out. He was a pastor. Oh my God. Oh, let me tell you. I had a pastor. This motherfucker took me out on Valentine's Day one year, right? Took me out on Valentine's Day. And he kept feeding me drink after drink after drink. And then finally he asked me, and finally I told him I can't drink anymore. You know, this was lemonade water. I had like 6 cups of water and shit, liquids in front of me. So I can't drink anymore. I gotta use the bathroom. I don't use public restrooms. This man invited me to his house so I can piss on him. That was a very unique way of letting somebody know that you into some kinky shit. Now, I declined that offer because I was 20 and I didn't know no better. But had he caught me at 31, I definitely would have pissed on his ass. I'm just saying. Anyway, we're gonna wrap up with our Check Yourself segment. I just want to leave you with a reminder to create better habits, okay? Start with small adjustments. Be positive. Once you make a decision, commit to your decision. Identify all your triggers and obstacles. Take time to think about what it is that's holding you back. Create a plan to succeed with failure in mind, right? Create a plan to succeed with failure in mind. Get support from your friends and family. Include them in to help you establish accountability, right? Celebrate your small wins. There's nothing wrong with that. Celebrate yourself. Work on your environment. Focus on building a routine. Replace self-judgment with self-compassion. Give yourself some time. And lastly, focus on one good habit at a time. To build a good habit, you definitely need an excellent plan, motivation, and routine. Otherwise, it is near impossible in the real world. When you repeat a habit for a long time, then it automatically becomes a habit. You don't need to put a lot of extra effort into developing good habits. It's just starting the phase that's going to take a lot of attention, okay? So invest time in working around creating your better habits in your life to make the most out of it. Tonight has been great. Thank you for tuning in. Join us next week at 9 p.m. Central, where we'll discuss sacred chakra stimulation. Good night, you all.